Welcome back, y'all. Pokey Lambo here, and today we're doing a review of our 2025 portfolio of our Pokemon card collection and investments, and it's looking pretty good. For the month, we are up almost 10%, and that is with us not adding anything to our collection here. So we're really starting to see some growth and benefits of collecting all through last year, and we tried to buy as close to MSRP as possible, obviously with how hot the market was and is currently. It's pretty difficult to do, but we tried our best, and I think we're just over 125% on our returns so far. So let's get into our winners and our losers for the month, and we'll start out with the sealed product. And here at the top we have our Black Bolt Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box, and this one is up, let's see, 14%, so pretty good. A lot of these Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes are really starting to go crazy right now. We also have our Mega Evolutions Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, and they are running up past $200, and that's why the last couple of videos we were really harping on hitting on those Pokemon Center pre-releases, and that's why this whole thing with the Chaos Rising pre-releases not dropping is starting to drive me crazy, and I've almost given up reminding you guys because at this point we have no idea. So just try your best to keep an eye out for it, and hopefully you guys get in, because usually you have about an hour to 2 hours of those drops lasting. So definitely worth it, because these guys do like to run up the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes. And we have our Phantasmal Flames booster box is continuing to climb up almost 4%, and this set is just benefiting from no reprints at this point. So, and it just goes to show how amazing that Charizard is, because we have another Phantasmal product up here. It's just the regular Elite Trainer box, and this is up 5%. And interesting, we have something from Sword and Shield. It does exist. It's up just about 3%, and this one is Crown Zenith, the premium collection, the playmat, and this one I'm surprised it's just chilling. Crown Zenith is not climbing up as much as I was expecting it to, so it'll be interesting to see how long it takes for this to run up more, but we're cheering it on. Crown Zenith is the one set from Sword and Shield I do really like, and we have our Prismatic Evolutions booster bundles. We got two of them here, and they're up 3%, and crazy how quickly this is already recovered from that reprint. And we have the Phantasmal Flames Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box, and it's up just about 1%, so it's up in the green. And then we have two of the 151 products, the poster collection up 2%, and then the Zapdos up 1%. So starting to slow down there, and that's our winners when it comes to the sealed product. And now let's get into the losers. Our Guardian Rising Elite Trainer box just continues to go up and down, and this month it looks like it took a little bit of a spill there. It's down 10% or 9%. So this thing just continues to do some stairs, and definitely holding on to this until it reaches $1,000, if that ever comes in maybe another lifetime. But I actually really like how it looks on my shelf. I think it's a really cool collection, and I need to get an acrylic for it, so just waiting for my LGS to hit me up when he gets his in, so that way I can slap that puppy in there. And we got our Prismatic Evolutions Elite Trainer box, and slipped down 7% because of that amazing reprint. I mean, I know everyone's going to dog on me and anyone else that was like, oh, they're not going to reprint anymore. And nope, they are continuing to reprint Prismatic Evolutions, which is fine by me. I hope that it actually drives it down to 150. That'd be great, because I'd actually consider snagging some more around that 130, 150 range. So it'll be interesting to see how low it can go. And 151 booster bundles have kind of slowed down, if not kind of dropped down. So down 5%. And we're seeing more of the slowdown for 151. The Alakazam EX collection box is down almost 5% as well. The Surging Sparks Elite Trainer box is also down about 5%, and sounds like Surging Sparks kind of saw a little bit of a reprint or restock. And our Charizard EX Special Collection is down 5% as well, and I think that's mainly just because of the packs in there, because I'm pretty sure it has Stellar, Surging, and Journey, so pretty rough, but it does have Charizard on it, so I think in the long run it'll do pretty good. And that box is actually pretty sick with the fire burning around it. And we actually have the Destined Rivals booster bundles starting to slip back, and my LGS had a crap ton of these, and I think we're just seeing the market not really eat through these booster bundles as quickly as we saw the market chew through all those prismatic booster bundles. But I'm sure once all those prismatic, which it sounds like they have been eaten through, everyone's just going to turn to the Destined Rivals booster bundles, especially with Perfect Order sitting around more. I think you're just going to see these skyrocket back up once the prismatics kind of chewed through. And the Team Rockets Mewtwo EX box down just about 2%. White Flare barely down, and same with the Mega Kangaskhan. So some pretty big pullbacks here. And then after those top ones, it kind of isn't too bad. It's pretty light. Now let's get into the singles here. We have my Gengar, and it's up 5%, and this is not a first edition. I don't really care, to be honest, about first edition, but I guess that's poor man cope, right? And then we have our Groudon EX, the Nintendo promo, up 5.5%. And the Oricorio, interesting enough, went up 23% about. And this one I wasn't super crazy about, and then I started putting it in my binders, and it's actually pretty sick. So I'm kind of tempted at some point. I might do a whole page of Oricorio and then have a Charizard in the middle and just have a bunch of Oricorios dancing around it, like charging it up. So I think that'd actually be pretty sick. But for this price, not too bad. I definitely think it could run up to like $30, maybe even $40. And at that point, if you have like 20 of them, I mean, boom, you just printed money. Definitely think it's worth it. And Ends Zoroark is up just over 4%. And this was one of my chases, and I think I opened it, pulled it from the first ETB that I opened of Journey Together, and super happy about that. So I didn't really have to worry about opening any more Journey Together. And also our Ceruledge from Surging Sparks is up 13%, and it's pretty cool seeing this one move, because Ceruledge is definitely one of my top favorites of Scarlet and Violet. So really cool to see that one moving up. And we're seeing some Destined Rivals move a little bit, which is interesting with how much products come to the market. And it's up, Kangaskhan up 23%, and the Spidops is up 29%. And Spidops, this card is actually insane in person. Like, let's click on it. I don't care. Like, look at how sick. Like the trainer pose. So sweet. Yeah, really like that card. underrated card in my opinion. And then we also have our Blastoise EX going up 5%, and Enzuru is up 16%, the promo there. And then Team Rocket's Petrol is up almost 11%. And I know that this one is a playable card, so that's why he keeps making it into our top position there. Now, let's get into the losers here. We got our Zekrom, and honestly, a lot of these percents aren't even that bad. So it's interesting that a lot of the singles are doing pretty well, and some of our sealed was down a bit more, but Zekrom barely down 1%. Interesting enough, like some of the other singles from Black Bolt are going up. So I'm surprised that this one is just still hovering around at $200, because I think this card is super, super underrated. And our Alakazam from base set Unlimited down 2.5%. The Mega Charizard XEX, the ultra rare down 4%, and that's probably just because a crap ton of these are out there with how much Phantasmal's being open and how seems like it's kind of a struggle to get that SIR from Phantasmal of the Charizard. And sad to see our Team Rocket's Mewtwo, the Hyper Rare, and our Mewtwo EX from Evolutions, our losers, both down over 2%. So interesting to see these guys kind of trending the wrong way. And then we have our Mega Camerupt from the Japanese Mega Brave down 22%. Arvin's Mobostiff. I hate this card with a passion. I was so mad. This is my SIR that I pulled. I opened so much. Destined Rivals got cooked, and I got this guy. And I don't love Mobostiff. I don't like him at all. And I hate the way this is drawn. Like it just. So you know what? I'm glad that it's in our losers. You know what? So I hate Destined Rivals. Even though I'm trying to master it, I love it and I hate it. So it's been so mean. And we got our Shining Magikarp from Celebrations down about 2%. Team Rocket's Proton, the ultra rare, down 9%. And then our Galvantula that we pulled. Oh no, I pulled the Joltik, and then I bought this one because I had to have the Galvantula too, but it's down about 4.5%. So those are our losers. Not too bad, honestly. And for a month though, I mean, this is pretty good, and I find it pretty interesting though that we have 151 in our losers bracket here, but then we also have it in our winners. So it's pretty interesting right now what's going on with the market. You got 151 kind of stagnating, but then some of it's still going up. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, the next 2-3 months how the market responds with the summertime coming up and prices are starting to run up, and you know, the state of the world, there's a lot of questions. So next month could be a really big negative month. So stick around, like, subscribe, comment, and find out next month how our 2025 collection's holding up. And until then, you guys have a great month, and you guys be safe out there and keep having fun collecting and investing. And you know, don't get too worked up, you know. Like a lot of this stuff, just I collected it when it was at somewhat of a low, and during the summer, a lot of people weren't really paying attention to the stores. So I definitely, once you get to those summer months, you know, get out there and try to find some product.